Good morning! I haven't weighed myself in a few days, so I figured this morning before I eat anything, I might as well. I just happened to notice as I was putting on these, Bunny, don't chew the light. As I was putting on these leggings, I mean, I don't know if this is just in my head, but personally, as I look at myself here, I feel like Bunny's like, they just want to see me. I know it. As I look in the mirror here, like I feel personally like I look a little thinner. I think I do, a little. I'm really curious to see if I break into the 184s again or if I still hover around 185. 184.6. Coffee is a must-have in my life. I just I just adore it. Today, I want to make sure I have a physical goal just because yesterday was my rest day, and just so that I don't accidentally have 2 unforeseen rest days in a row, I am making myself the goal today to get 10,000 steps, and I'm hoping that by using my walking pad and also when we go to the gym later, I can run on the treadmill a little bit. So hopefully, both of those things together will get me at 10,000 steps today. I store my walking pad under my couch, which is like honestly the most convenient spot possible because my standing desk is literally like 2 feet that way. It's just kind of a pain to get in and out sometimes. So it's about 12:45 and right now I am working on lunch. I've already cut up some strawberries and some smoked salmon, which I'm going to add to some scrambled eggs. Imagine them here. But I will show you everything that I add to my scrambled eggs because honestly, having made eggs my entire life, I have never made this delicious of a recipe before, ever. So for the amount of scrambled eggs that I want, I'm going to use 2 eggs. And the ratio of egg to cottage cheese, which is our other main ingredient, is going to be 20 grams per 1 egg. So for 2 eggs, we're going to do 40 grams of cottage cheese. Next, I'm going in with a lot of different spices and seasonings. First, of course, is going to be just a little sprinkle of salt and, of course, some pepper. Then I'm going in with my special ingredients, which is some garlic powder, onion powder, and chives. There's everything in there, and then I'm gonna stir it up. The butter that I use to put in the pan to make my scrambled eggs already has some other ingredients in it. So this exact brand is Chef Shami garlic butter with Parmesan cheese and basil. So I'm going to start with about, I don't know, 2 teaspoons-ish, maybe a tablespoon-ish of this yummy, yummy, yummy butter. Now I am stirring up my scrambled eggs, or rather I'm scrambling my eggs. You can use a normal spatula for this, but I don't really like to do that because it gets the egg yolk and all the gooey egginess in between the spaces of the spatula. So I'm just using whatever this kind of spatula is called, like a stirring spatula. I've got my heat kind of high. I'm probably on medium heat right now. So once these look settled, which should be here in just a few more seconds, they're gonna have to go immediately to the plate because my heat's kind of high for eggs and I don't want to overcook them. I also had, I think, a bit more butter than usual, so that might keep them looking a little bit wet, but this looks like completely cooked. This is near perfect scrambled eggs. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good in here. And this is my little bit of breakfast salmon. I'm calling it breakfast salmon. I think the technical term is lox. So it's smoked salmon, but I don't really want to eat cold salmon this morning. So that's why I'm just trying to heat it up a little bit on the stove before I put it on my plate. Now I'm just putting that salmon on top of my scrambled eggs on the savory side of the dish. My lunch, my brunch rather, will be complete. You guys, my mouth is watering. So it is exactly 2:30, and in about 2 hours my boyfriend should be coming home, and then we're gonna go work out. So I want to get some carbs in so I don't accidentally go into ketosis, because I realized that my breakfast was very light on carbs, heavier on protein and fat. So I'm gonna make myself banana pancakes. First ingredient up, of course, is going to be our banana. This one was 98 grams. Second thing I'm going to do is some liquid egg whites, because I already had enough fat in the egg yolks that I had earlier. So just to keep things nice and balanced macronutrient wise, I'm choosing to use egg whites. Also because I need to use these up. I have like 5 more of these little cartons and I gotta use them. Next ingredient is 40 grams of protein powder, vanilla flavored protein powder, which I'm kind of surprised by. I've never had a protein pancake recipe call for so much powder before, but I am open to trying it. A dash of cinnamon, and finally a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So I whipped up some peanut butter powder with water, and then I added a little bit of sugar-free syrup. So I'm just going to drizzle this over the top of my delicious banana pancakes. Hopefully I can make this look kind of cute and not as gross as it might come out. It's a shame that protein pancakes usually end up deflating. Like, they bake on the stove pretty puffy, but then after you take them out, they like get flat really fast. After our workout, we decided to go to Qdoba for dinner. I ordered the chicken rice bowl with extra veggies. It was absolutely delicious. It is officially nearly my bedtime, and I'm starting to wind down for the evening. I took my shower and my hair is soaking wet. Speaking of which, I probably should let it dry a little bit before I actually lay down. So overall effort today, I would probably give myself like a 9 out of 10. And that is because even though I didn't hit my step goal, I was about 3,000 steps shy of it, I still tried. I still got further than I would have otherwise if I hadn't made a goal at all. But also, it's important to mention that the only reason why I didn't hit it is because I didn't run on the treadmill today, but instead I went to my squat rack and I squatted 70 pounds, which isn't my PR. It's not the most that I've ever done, but I haven't gone anywhere near a barbell in like well over a year. Tonight was my first time ever doing it, and I would have loved to record it, but I don't want to record in a gym. I wouldn't want to accidentally get someone on film or like have someone confront me about recording, so I'm just never going to do that in my public gym. But yeah, I squatted 70 pounds. Like, I'm just so proud of myself for finally breaking that seal and getting back under the barbell. So I give myself major credit, huge applause, huge pat on the back for doing that. That was awesome. The only 0.5 deduction I have is that when we went to Qdoba, I got queso, and to be honest, in retrospect, I didn't really need to get it. I probably shouldn't have gotten it, but I didn't even think about it until we were already sat down eating our food, and I was like, this probably would have been just as good without it. Like, I really don't need it. But I showed a lot of effort with my nutrition earlier in the day with the salmon and scrambled eggs, the strawberries, the banana pancakes. Like, everything I ate, I feel was super, super smart, healthy choices.